At 10. There's much more on all of today's main stories on the BBC website. Now it's time to join our colleagues across the nations and regions for the news where you are. Have a very good night. Bye-bye.
This is BBC News with the latest headlines for viewers in the UK and around the world. King Charles and his 3 siblings hold a vigil for their late mother, Queen Elizabeth, as she lies in state in Westminster Hall.
And I'm at Westminster outside the palace, where people are queuing in and will be preparing to queue all night and through the weekend to have their chance to pay their respects to the late Queen Elizabeth.
Earlier, King Charles ended his tour of the UK in Cardiff, addressing members of the Welsh Parliament and greeting crowds who came to welcome him.
I take up my new duties with immense gratitude for the privilege of having been able to serve as Prince of Wales.
In other news, Ukraine will exhume hundreds of bodies found in graves outside Izium, a city recently recaptured from Russian forces.
It's only now, after the Russians have been pushed out, that the authorities can really investigate and can establish how many victims they left behind.
Hello and welcome. The Queen's 4 children, led by King Charles, have held a vigil at Westminster Hall, standing in silent contemplation around their late mother's coffin, while members of the public filed past quietly to pay their respects. Earlier, the queue to see the Queen lying in state reopened after a pause of several hours. But mourners are being warned of a wait of around 19.5 hours in chilly overnight temperatures. The King and the Queen Consort Camilla concluded their UK tour earlier in the day in Wales, where the King addressed the Senedd in both English and Welsh. Our coverage starts with this report from our royal correspondent, Nicholas Witchell.
They are 4 people with a unique bond: a king,